me say this, because I don't want to be mute to the real issue here. And my issue, personal issue, is that where's the public statement from Fox Sport? Because
they don't have to make a statement. They're getting sued. Why would they make a statement?
It's not fun when the rabbit got the gun.
That's true.
Why would they make a statement?
Same thing, make you laugh,
Make you cry.
Now, if this was LeBron James, if this was Cam Newton, if this was Steph Curry, if this was Michael Jordan, if this was Odell Beckham, if this was Justin Jefferson, Joe Burrow, any type of sexual harassment in any magnitude, Fox Sport, ABC, Disney, ESPN, they will be covering and be wanting a statement. And
listen, you have to, Cam, you have to know that. That's like asking someone to snitch on themselves. You have to know they're not going to give a statement. Why would they? Their lawyers like, don't say anything about this until we go to court. What the fuck? That's the first thing the legal
their lawyers should.
Right, that's the first thing the legal department says. And nobody who works here under any authority is to open their fucking mouth about anything that happened here. At all. Like, that's not that complicated. Like, so, yes, obviously, if it was you, like, just if it was you or any of these other people, of course they would say something about it because you don't work there.
Maybe not, because like you just said, their lawyers, anybody who.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They would say it about you, Cam, because you don't work there, right? They're not going to call out their own employees. That would be ridiculous.
I see.
And
You're
that's
an athlete,
my issue.
not an employee.
Former athlete, but he also doesn't work there.
Yeah.
Fox, FS1, Fox, I don't care, and I don't. We haven't heard from it. This accusation came out on Sunday night.
Yeah.
You don't
It's
have to say
Wednesday.
anything.
Hello.
Okay.
So
So I'll tell you what then, Cam. Did Joy Taylor say anything? No. Did Skip Bayless say anything? No. Did Charlie Dixon say anything? No. So what's the difference?
I guess he's saying on the behalf of the employees, Fox should have said something for them off.
No.
Dixon or whatever.
Never. Never ever. That would be admitting guilt. Why would they do that?
deep, and the details are there.
There's a lot of accusations that have been filed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yes.
And there's a list of them.
Is today the day we stop believing the allegations? Is that what we're doing? You motherfuckers used to believe every allegation that came out of motherfucking mouth. Every time a woman say something, it happened. She's accusing Joy just because she's accusing another woman. Now you're gonna wait? Is that what we doing, Cam?
You have names like Charlie Dixon. You have names like Skip Bayless. You have
What
names
else?
like Joy Taylor.
Okay.
We have Emmanuel Achos of the world.
He didn't do
And
anything.
Mentions of a Shannon Sharp.
Neither
Now,
did he.
Granted, these are still accusations, but yet we have not heard a statement, a public statement, or more information for the public. Where is that at?
Are you slow?
And,
Come on,
granted,
Cam.
I
Do
have
better.
to speak on behalf of the athletes, because if the athlete was ever charged or accusations, Deshaun Watson,
They'll throw you in a hole.
Yeah.
you got to speak out on it.
Of course.
I'm like, we haven't heard from anybody, and it's almost been
athletes.
swept under the rug.
1 plus
And
1
I
is 2,
say
bro.
that because there have been shows and nobody's speaking on it.
You're not
They're
required to say
speaking
anything.
Very brief,
Right?
and that ain't good enough. This is a serious matter. This is damn near, it is a part of the Me Too movement, where executives use their power in ways that corrupts the workplace environment.
Right.
And we haven't heard anything from that. That's my issue. So if we're going to hold athletes to a standard, we got to also hold the networks and the executives to that same standard.
And those hoes, if an athlete would have done something, they would have been the first person
Come on now.
to speak out and go against it. And asking for a statement. Instead, they have cut their comments off on social.
Correct.
Nobody has done anything.
Deleted content. It's
Exactly.
all
And
so.
they have moved on, just like it never happened.
So we have to. We owe a service to people to have information.
Yeah.
And I must also respect that it's still accusations. But FS1, where's the statements and how do you fend yourself? Now, granted, anything up in the court of law has its restraints. You know what I'm saying?
So stop talking about it.
No, if I was in this situation, that's where your publicist has to make a statement. You have to do certain things, and it's not. I'm not getting that same energy, or I don't feel like they're being held accountable.
If you were in that same situation, your publicist wouldn't make a statement because your lawyer would strangle your publicist for fucking talking.
Yep.
I am a lawyer. Don't. What the fuck? Why would they say anything?
He doesn't really know how.
He should. Cam Newton is a grown man, bro, and he's dealt with litigation before. He's rich. He has lawyers. You talked to lawyers before. And what's the first thing they tell you? Don't say nothing.
And not for nothing, I didn't know about Cam Newton until he started getting into more and more trouble as years went on or whatever, or after he became...
After he was no longer playing.
Yeah. I didn't know him, this man in a hole in the wall, and then he would get
he was
trouble.
nice. He was nice, but I didn't never see him wearing these stupid hats until he got here.
Not once when he was in trouble did you actually even hear from him, because I never even heard his voice or anything or any statement he gave out when he was in trouble every single time. So you didn't even make statements.
Mm-hmm.
And it's subjective for me to say. I just haven't heard it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, with this lawsuit kind of coming into or having light shed on it, you have the Jason Whitlocks of the world.
I hate
to
Jason
say certain
Whitlock.
things as well.
So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you. I hate Jason Whitlock.
I know.
See, that's the thing. This was gonna make this tricky.
That's him?
Yes.
Okay.
This is gonna make this tricky because Cam is gonna defend Joy Taylor while attacking Jason Whitlock, who was attacking Joy Taylor. I hate Jason Whitlock, and I hope that Cam destroys him. However, there should be no bail, none, ever, sent for Joy Taylor, because she's a perpetrator, not a victim.
He was talking about Joy, meanwhile he's...
No, none of them slept with her.
I thought he was sleeping with her.
No, he used to work there, and he's gonna basically be like, oh, why did I get to sleep with her? That's basically how he's talking. It's because you're ugly, nigga. She ain't want you. And you didn't have as much power as Charlie Dixon, so she ain't want you. It's not that complicated.
Capable of. And that big rack of hers that she showed off constantly. It's just, and that peanut butter skin.
Is that
that
it?
Big rack.
She could just, she
Like,
can't have titties?
Keep your distance.
God damn it, Jason Whitlock.
Hey, Jason Whitlock.
She can't have titties? What are you doing?
Guy. No, you're not my guy.
There's so many ways to attack Joy Taylor's behavior if you really wanted to do that. And instead, bro, talking about peanut butter skin and titties? What, my boy? And I'm sorry, but you think that she's the only one making her clothing decisions? They had her sitting between Skip and Shannon. They put them big titties there for a reason, so the niggas continue to watch the show. That's a network decision. That's a wardrobe decision. She's not the only person that decided to have her titties out, bro. Please don't do this.
And it sounds like you just making statements about sexual stuff.
It's what she looked like.
It's because you want her.
Right.
You
That's what it sounds. You wish you was in the lawsuit.
You're just mad because you didn't get the chance.
Goofy ass nigga, man. God damn it.
You're not that guy, pal. You're not. That big rack of hers, that's inappropriate. That butter skin, that's inappropriate.
You're bugging out, right?
Like, bro, you're not that guy.
You bugging out for real.
To comment on something like this, bro, stay in your lane.
What's he saying, bro?
Joy did what she did. The accusations are true or not. Stay in your lane.
This ain't even for you, nigga.
Right.
All right? Because, bro, like...
Talking reckless. This nigga talking like he want to be in a lawsuit. What are you doing?
The outer body experience, and it's time for me to put you back in your body. To let you know, bro, you're not that guy, pal.
Yeah.
So whether you want to speak on your 2 cents or not, keep it. Please do. Because, nah, it ain't that.
But I wanted to ask you a question, too, for Joy Taylor. Not saying the allegations are true, but how would one move around in the industry now as a host to be taken serious, and for people like Jason Whitlock not to make these statements about them? Like, when I see you, it's like, oh, I know what she about. Let me say what I say.
I remember having a conversation with my lady, and she brought up a point that I never really considered.
Yeah, right. Which one?
There's a such thing as pretty girl privilege, but there's also a thing where you have pretty girl exclusion. You see what I'm saying? So, like, when you're a pretty girl, it's hard for people to take you serious because your physique looks a certain type of way, because your face looks a certain type of way. And that's just the truth.
So they see you before they hear you.
And it's sometimes...
It works.
I'm sorry, so this is a man's
That's the
world.
truth. But I mean, it works for men too, though. They've done studies on that. It works for men too.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
The more traditionally good looking you are, the better results you people tend to get in society.
Yeah, you did.
You're more likely to get a job, more likely to get a raise. All that shit is true.
Yeah.
And that's not meaning that like the people are being sexual or making sexual advances. It's an unconscious thing that's happening. To the point where like even they showed the women the pictures of a bunch of men and they're like, which one do you trust the most? They almost all pick the most handsome one. And then they tell them, yeah, the ugly one, priest. The one you like, serial killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Told me that, yeah.
Right. Just because he looks handsome doesn't mean he's not fucked up.
Yeah.
Right? Same for women.
Yeah.
But that's a sub-psychological thing that they determine that happens. Right? And the exclusion thing can happen too, in where, especially if it's women in charge, then maybe you get the exclusion. The man will give you a promotion, the women will not like you.
Absolutely.
And spite you. That's absolutely facts. Yes.
Yep. Been there, done that. Not done it, but
But been there, yeah.
Because you can be a very attractive person. Joy, Molly, Jazz, multiple other, talent that's on ESPN and Fox. And what do you tell them? Just because you're a pretty girl, you're not qualified? Or if you do get this job, true. You only got it because you slept with somebody? That's bullshit. Yeah. That's bullshit.
Unless you did that.
Yeah.
Unless you did it.
Willingly.
Right? We're not going to point at Molly and say she did this.
Right.
Molly's a separate person. The same way we're not going to point at whoever the equivalent is for Charlie Dixon at some other place that he did something without proof.
And let's get something straight. Willingly means if they verbally just say, oh, if you don't sleep with me, then you won't get this job, and then you willingly pull down your underwear. He didn't force you.
You weren't forced, right? You decided to do that.
He tried to blackmail you, and then you yourself made the choice.
That's not blackmail, but he tried to quid pro quo.
There you go.
Yeah.
Then you willingly decided, I want to keep this job, so I'm going to go forward with this.
You willingly decided that this job is worth more than my dignity.
Right.
Okay.
Even though. So that's not force.
Right.
You made a choice in that manner.
Is the person wrong for propositioning you in that manner and using their power over you? Of course.
Absolutely.
But did you make a decision to be a whore for money? Yes. Most definitely. Like, just because they held something like they hold you at gunpoint.
Yep.
They didn't say, I'm going to kill your children. If you make that decision, you are voluntarily deciding you want to be a prostitute. Right. That's facts.
If you try to walk out that room and he grabs you by your wrist and then forces you,
that's different.
That's different.
But you in your head made a calculated decision that you need the job more than you need your fucking dignity.
Yep.
I'm sorry to break it to you. So yes, you are a victim in a sense, but you also kind of did it to yourself. Yeah. Now, speaking on Joy Taylor specifically, yeah, we're not going to cast aspersions on these other people, but none of them people have a woman accusing them of facilitating fuckery. But we have it's not a man, it's a woman saying Joy Taylor did this. Yeah. It's a woman that's saying Joy Taylor didn't help protect me. She helped facilitated people taking advantage of me.
Yeah.
And no matter how you look, no matter what color your skin is, the job should go to the person who's most deserving of the job, no matter how you look. Right? So, Joy, is she a very attractive woman? Absolutely. And it's not for me to make inappropriate statements, Jason, by saying that rack. Like, bro, come on, bro.
Come on, bro. What you doing?
Since we want to get personal. Like, yo, who you fucking? Who you sleeping with? Like, bring her to the forefront. Him to the forefront. Because now you got to be open in these.
Yeah, he's got to be
honest. He violated Jason. We're like, he said him.
He wrong.
In the industry for years. So I'm like, bro, we want to see her. Him. Whoever.
You know who Jason Whitlock is? You know who Jason Whitlock is? Samuel L. Jackson from The Django. That's who he is. Massa? That's him. That's him. Every day. That's Jason Whitlock.
I'm not judging you, bro. I'm just saying, don't say inappropriate things like that and not be questioned about that. But also, too, from the talent standpoint, the Joys, the Mollys, the girls, or the females who are attractive, that doesn't mean that they aren't talent or they aren't talented or the right person for the job. Because it took me to appreciate Molly Karam even more about working with her. and understanding she's a fucking beast.
Yeah.
The way she's able to tee up certain individuals, the Ryan Clarks, the Stephen A. Smiths, the Shannon Sharps, the
Well, there's a value to having a good moderator during a debate format, and someone who isn't just sitting there and like, all right, next topic, because that's not talent, that's nonsense.
Right.
But someone who understands the dynamic of both of the hosts and their personalities and how they fit together to know that, for example, when Skip and Shannon start really arguing, to fucking stop them, because they will just keep going. Right? And every host of Undisputed has done exactly that.
Yeah.
Is that when they really start arguing, say, hey, no, let's move on to another topic, or teeing up shit, probably that level of immediate and I guess immediate organization skills of something that's pretty complicated and involving people's personalities and personal feelings is not something that's that easy to do.
Right.
Like
Definitely.
to manage both of these fucking crazy people.
Right.
So that is a talent in and of itself. And her being good looking does what it needs to for the show.
Right.
You say her right in between the both of them. Right. It's not that complicated. It's the reason why we get a profile of Skip, you get a profile of Shannon, but you get to look directly at whoever the moderator is, so you can see their whole face. If you think that that's not that wasn't set up intentionally, you're slow.
Right.
the Mad Dogs of the world. Like, that's a talent that requires a certain individual to know.
Yeah.
Very professional. Very, I come here to work and I do my job at a high level.
Right.
So let's not get distracted by how she looked rather than what she's actually bringing to the table.
But I want to know why you're not
She's
addressing the
definitely a game
allegations.
changer for sure, as well as
Cam.
Joy.
So I have to ask
He's letting it go?
from that perspective, all right, from that side. But from the side of the owner Cam, the boss Cam, right? And so you have this boss as the executive vice president, Charlie Dixon, even though they are allegations.
Mm-hmm.
How do you, as a boss, an owner, a president,
A person who has high regards, but you also have to walk with integrity.
yes, and
Right.
that's what I'm saying. Even when you have employees that are of the opposite sex, how do you walk with integrity, and how do you set the environment for that?
Bro, first and foremost, people who know me and who work alongside with me, oftentimes in an industry where people can get boxed out by like, dang, she looked good, Irv to get that opportunity. And understanding she didn't get it because she looked good. She got it because she deserved to get that opportunity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
And
that's
you see
what I'm
it,
trying to see. What did you say?
understanding she didn't in hiring a female in Kristen Myers who is a female, very
Yeah, not
attractive,
Joy.
but I've never crossed the line. And understanding she didn't get it because she looked good. She got it because she deserved to get that opportunity.
Yeah.
Right?
this chick is,
And you see it
Meet someone who works
oftentimes
with
in
him.
the industry where people can get boxed out by like, dang, she looked good, so what you gonna do for me? You won't do that to a male. But in my
Puffy would.
position, you have to make sure that you're always cognizant of
Yeah,
the
oh my
workplace
God.
environment.
Oh my God.
There's been multiple times where I've had to have exclusive conversations, right? Just me and Kristen, right? There's been opportunity or times where I had to make sure that she's comfortable.
All right, Cam.
It's something in my
But
career
explain to
they
me.
crucified me about.
Yeah.
The female, but it wasn't that I was laughing more about that, more so than
Knew as much.
I was surprised. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, you on your shit.
'Cause
So should the executives. So should the networks. So should anybody in this position. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a
on.
But if I'm being held to a standard as an athlete, so should the executives. So should the networks.
So should Joy Taylor, right?
So should anybody in this position.
'Cause
And it
she's in
doesn't
that
necessarily
position.
have to be a big Fortune 500 company of Fox. It could be your local convenience store.
They're not gonna respond either. Like, that's not how this shit works.
Holding myself accountable and everybody.
A lot of bail being shot here. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
A lot of bail being shot here because all I hear is now it's allegations because Joy Taylor's involved, right? Very interesting. You said it's part of the Me Too movement. You niggas believe everything, but now it's allegations. Now we gotta find out more because a woman's accused, right? You gotta spin your fucking head around like The Exorcist until you figure out a way to make her into a victim, right?
And let's not forget that Miss Faraja has dates on her allegations that you're claiming that are, and she has receipts for everything.
Yeah,
So,
she does. And we all know, and we'll all find out certainly, that when Joy and Emmanuel Akko and everybody else's phone records and their computers and all this shit gets subpoenaed or has to get turned over in discovery, I bet you would corroborate a whole lot of what's going on here. Hope we don't find no pictures getting sent, Joy, Emmanuel. Get out of here, son. Rat behavior.